So the executive director of SANDAG has agreed to study the efficacy and the impact of the tunnel possibly under San Dieguito Lagoon this year. So now board members from the North County are focused on making sure that that happens. Joining us now to talk more about this project is Del Mar board member Terry Gaasterland, member of SANDAG as well. Hi Terry, good to see you. Thanks for coming by.
Very good to see you. Thanks for having me.
All right, so they're trying to move the tracks right off of the Del Mar Bluffs, and they're thinking maybe let's just tunnel under Del Mar in this area. What do we know so far? What kind of options are they looking at?
Right, well, it's a tussle. There are two plans. The main plan that's been pursued up until now has been a portal, which would be at Jimmy Durante Boulevard and Camino Del Mar intersection. It would be highly disruptive. It would mean eminent domain of a number of homes, and then it would leave other homes behind that are next door to the eminent domain homes, probably not where you want to be living anymore.
Yeah.
So what we in Del Mar have been pursuing is looking for a way to get the train tracks down deep into the ground so that by the time they get to the San Dieguito River going from the north, they're deep enough to go under. And once that happens, we have all sorts of options to go over to the I-5, under Crest Canyon, deep under Crest Canyon, or some other trajectory.
Yeah.
The wonderful thing about this is if we can do it, it gets the tracks completely out of the San Dieguito Lagoon. And if we can do it getting it over to I-5, which is our preferred alternative, it'll also get the tracks out of the Penasquitos Lagoon. Two lagoons.
Yeah, it seems like a great idea, right?
Yeah.
It doesn't take, eminent domain is when you take somebody's house for, you know, a greater good for the public. And so this would take it right under the lagoon and kind of right up to the 5, nobody's house or apartment gets impacted. What's the problem with that? Is it they got to go so deep to get under the water?
Well, so going deep enough, it has to be about 100 feet down. It can get deep enough, but it requires reconfiguring the trench that the tracks are in the south part of Solana Beach. My hope is that that can be done in a way that everybody wins, that people in Solana Beach can get a park on top of what's now a trench, because the tracks will be deep enough that you can put a park on top.
I remember there early on there was one thought that let's just not have the train tracks, let's not have the train go down there, let's figure out something else. It's archaic. Is that still an option where the train just doesn't go there?
Well, right now we have to study where to put it. Whether it ever doesn't go there is a totally separate question. So what we're asking right now is let's figure out how we can do a tunnel under the lagoon. It's the environmental tunnel, and it would really be a win for two lagoons and for the people of Del Mar and for the people in the city of San Diego right over on the other side.
So what are we looking forward to next? What happens?
Well, next we're going to have a scope of work that's going to be published in early April. And then there's a 30-day comment period for everybody to look at it and say, what's wrong with this? Does it need more scope? Are they studying the right things? And then it's going to go silent for a year. We're going to hear nothing on what the studies are saying until midsummer of 2025.
Oh my goodness. Okay. Well, I guess we'll see you at least in a little while for the April announcement. Terry Gaasterland.
Absolutely.
Good to see you, Terry. Thanks so much.
Good to see you. Thank you so much.
Del Mar board member. All right.